Hello friends, it's Jiftesh here from Encode Digital. In today's session we will see how we can use SQLite database with CodeIgniter 4. Normally we use the MySQL, but let's say if you want to use SQLite for your small project or anything, how we can achieve that one. So let's dive into to see how we can use that. So I already have a blank CodeIgniter 4 the project setup. So in this one what we can do is that let's say you want to create a SQLite database. So normally I will create in the writable folder. So in this one you can create another folder called database, and within that one let's say we create a file, means our database. So I can create it, let's say store.db. SQLite extension would be either .db or .SQLite, so I'll go with store.db, close this one off, and now we have to give the path. This is the way the key is. Now within the CodeIgniter 4 you go into the app and you go into the config folder, and within config folder you see this one, database.php. This is normally where we give the path for MySQL database if we have, and as you can see by default it is set with the MySQLite DB driver. So I will leave this one here. I don't want to change this one because if tomorrow I want to use the MySQL then I will keep the default configuration, but I will comment that one out. So let me by the way, on the Visual Studio Code I have used Ctrl+KC to comment it out. And here if I want to use the SQLite which we have saved in our writable, so I will remove the host name because for SQLite it is the local, so we don't need that one. DB driver will be SQLite 3. Okay, and now we have to give the path for database. Now our database is in a writable folder. So for that one we have the write path, and within the write path we have we created a folder called database, and within that one we have a store.db. That's all you need. Basically you have specified the path. This port is irrelevant for this one, but this write path, as you can see, if I go to the definition, you can see this is defined here. This is basically taking the writable directory from the paths, and which is basically going to outside this, so it's going to above this, like in my project is Tailwind from my previous series. So from this one it comes here and then it goes into the writable folder. That is the path it has. So once you have done this one, so now let's see whether it is working or not. So for that one let me create some tables. So what I will do is I will use of course our migration to create a table. So let me do PHP Spark make migration, and I am going to say this one, let me create a customers table. So I'm going to create this one. So let's see. Okay, so now let's check in our app, in database, in migrations, and it has created empty up and down function. So up is basically when we do the migration, it's gonna run everything there created, and if we roll back or delete, then it will use the down function. So let me quickly create our customers tables. Okay, so for that one we will use Forge, which is provided by CodeIgniter, and then I'm going to say add field. Okay, now add field takes an array of our fields. So I'm going to create 4 fields. So let's say I'm going to create an ID, first column name, and that will be I want to do the auto increment ID. So we have to specify, again it takes an array, so it takes the type. So the type is for our auto increment would be integer int, and then we have to specify the constraint, which is okay how big that particular type you want. So for int I want to 11 digits, and then for I want this one as unsigned, means I want them as all positive, so unsigned will be equal to true. And then we have to specify for I want this one for the auto increment, so I have to specify auto increment is equal to true. Okay, and that specifies our table, means this particular column. So apart from the ID, I want the customer name. Of course I'm doing this very as a simple one so that I can show you how the SQLite database is working. So again, within the name field I have to specify the type. Let me copy this one because I have to specify the type and constraint. So type for this one will be Walker, and the constraint for this one I'm going to say 250. Okay, 250 characters. And then let me have the email as well. So I'm going to copy this, and I can say this one is email. Again, I will keep the type will be word character, constraint 250, but here I'm going to say to set the unique in our database. So I want this one to be a unique, so I will set unique to be true. Apart from this one, I also want to create a created at, okay, which is normally we have in our database column. So for the created at, it will be timestamp, so I can give like this. So give me a second, timestamp. And then I can say that okay, it's type timestamp, but default I am going to give current underscore timestamp. So what it will do is anytime it inserts the data, then this will take the current timestamp and will record that one. So this provides us okay all the fields, which is basically columns of a table. Now I have to specify okay what is the primary key, so for that particular table. So I can see this forge add key, and that key would be ID, and that will be true. Primary, I'm calling it a true. So this is our primary key. Okay, and then I have to specify the table name. So for that one I can see this forge create table. Okay, and for the table I'm going to name as customers. Okay, so when we run migration, it will create a customers table with these columns. Now like I mentioned, for the down function, if we have to roll back, then I would say that it will be this forge, and then it will be drop table, and we are dropping customers table for this one. Okay, so let's have a look. So okay, I want to run this migration, but before that let's see what is in the database which we created. Of course it is empty, but let's open. To view this one, I'm using DB browser for SQLite, so you can download if you don't have this one over here. It is absolutely free, so this helps you to, it is like MySQL Workbench or PHP MyAdmin, so it will help you. So okay, I already have, so let me open the database. So it is in my writable database and store.db. Okay, as you can see right now we don't have any table or anything like that. So let me run the migration, and for that one I can see PHP Spark migration. Okay, oh sorry, it's not I have to migrate. That is for to make the migration, which we already done. So PHP Spark migrate, so it has migration is done. So let's quickly check. So if I refresh it, let me let me close this database and reattach it. So let me open the database again and store DB, and now you can see it has created the customers table. Of course it creates the migration, that's how it keeps track of all the migration. But if I go to here, yes, it has created all the 4 columns which we said, but of course we don't have any data. So let's see, we want to create a data now. Let's add the data, and CodeIgniter 4 provides us the faker library, which we can use the fake data. So let's do that one. So for that one, we have to create a model first. So for this customer table, let's create a model. So I will say PHP Spark make model, and I'm going to say customers model. Okay, so if I go to models, it has created all the models, and with set all these things. We don't need all those sort of things. So let me quickly grab the things which I need. I will delete the rest of the stuff. It is already default, so I don't need to specify. I don't like it's too much congested. The things which I don't need, I will just delete it. So let me see if I can just delete these. I will specify allowed fields, and I will tell you what it is. Okay, so basically allowed fields is it will only allow you to insert the fields or modify, update those fields if you have specified them here. So in this particular table, ID is auto increments. We don't need to specify. When you don't gonna provide the ID, it will generate a number automatically. And same is for created at, which will take the current timestamps. So it's only 2 fields which we will either insert or update. So I will say name and email. These are the 2 fields I allow, so that it can do the insert for that one. So once I have created a model, so now let's me create a seeder, and there we will use the fake data, and we'll try to do. So for that one I will do PHP Spark make seeder, and I'm going to say that it will be the seeder make seeder, and for this one I'm going to say seed customers. Okay, so now if I go to database, so where we had the migration, but now within the seeds we have the seed customer. Now here it provides the function run, so when we run the seeder it will run whatever the command we give in here. So for this one, first of all we will create the instance of our customer model. So I will say customer, and that is equal to new customer model. Okay, and then for next, so once we have the instance of our model, I want to use the faker library. And for faker library, what we can do is, okay, I'm going to create a variable faker, and for this one we're going to use with the namespace faker factory, and within that one I'm going to use create. Okay, so create method. So once you have that one, then let's say I want to make 100 records. So I'm going to run the for loop. So I'm gonna say for $i equal to 0, then $i less than 100, and then I'm going to increment it I plus plus, just our standard for loop. And for this for loop, then I'm going to say, okay, now we created the instance of our model, so I'm going to say $customer and then save, and I'm going to provide what data I'm going to save. So within this one I can provide an array. So for the array, we're going to provide the data for 2 columns. One is name, and for the name I'm going to say faker, and within faker I can use name, so it provides us the name field within that one. So that covers that. And then the second column is email, and for email I'm going to use, I assume you already guessed, so faker email. That's it. So it will run the for loop, and hopefully it will insert 100 customer fake records. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say PHP Spark DB seed, and then I'm going to do seed customers. That's the seeder name. So if I do that one, it has done that one. Let's quickly check. So if I now refresh our customers table, voila, you can see all our 100 records. So it is having the email, this, and created at instance, and it has created 100 records. So yeah guys, that's how you can use. And of course in this particular tutorial I just want to show you how you can use the SQLite, but you can use your, of course, CodeIgniter to fetch the records. You can display and you can do all sort of things, but I just wanted to quickly show you how you can use it, how you can create quickly the migrations and the seeders to see how the data works as well with SQLite. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. I'm going to, like I said in previous one as well, I'm going to do a lot of tutorials on the CodeIgniter, and maybe I will do the one big project as well. So yeah, stay tuned guys. See you. Bye.